I watched 5,000 minutes of Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and we have to talk about his tactics, because what Pep Guardiola has done this season is nothing short of revolutionary. In a Premier League that's been defined by chaos, long throws, set pieces, and low-risk football, Guardiola has created the complete opposite, a side that plays with intelligence, precision, and rhythm, not just intensity for the sake of it. While the rest of the league seems obsessed with physicality, this City is a masterclass in technical control, where every movement and every pass has a purpose.
Betray myself, I would say, and I love when, we take the ball and we pass it. That's why we press high to regain the ball as quick. And I like to see my team associated together in the short passes and combination, and after the guys who have the ability to run or have one against one is what you have to do. So first half was really good, defensively and offensively. Of course, the threat from more and behind always is the dangers. We have experience with that.
There have been plenty of complaints this year about the quality of football in England, about how the artistry has been lost. But Guardiola's City have become the exception, not the rule. This isn't just pressing or running harder than everyone else. This is football played with surgical efficiency. The ball rarely leaves the ground, players occupying perfect angles between the lines, and the rhythm of their attacks feels orchestrated like a symphony. What's remarkable is how Guardiola has rebuilt City once again, adapting to a new football era without losing his identity. He's given his wide players, Jeremy Doku and Ryan Cherky, the freedom to roam, to invert, to explode into the box. But in the same breath, he's also added a completely new layer to his tactics: direct play. Yes, Pep Guardiola's City now go long, and they do it on purpose. When the moments call for it, they bypass lines, unleashing Erling Haaland behind defenses and transform into a machine of terrifying verticality. This isn't just tactical flexibility, it's tactical dominance. Guardiola has built an ecosystem where every player's best qualities are amplified. He's repurposed Matheus Nunes and Nico O'Reilly as inverted fullbacks, two natural midfielders who now create explosive width and vertical transitions. He's engineered the perfect environment for Doku, who Pep himself described as the best player in the world inside the last 10 meters. Now Doku doesn't just dribble, he decides.
He never will be a top scorer, to be honest. But he's demanding himself to be better. He listens, and having a special attribute, he dribbles. So
3 goals, 4 assists, and countless defenders left dizzy.
Doku taking on his international colleague Castagna.
At the same time, Phil Foden has been reborn. Moved into his natural role as an interior playmaker, he's rediscovered the spark that once made him the Premier League's best. Then there's Ryan Cherky, Guardiola's latest revelation, the missing link in the attack. The player who understands Haaland's movements better than anyone else. Together, they've unlocked something frightening. And at the heart of it all stands Erling Haaland, the machine who now looks even more human and somehow more dangerous. 14 goals in 11 games, matching his own record from 2022-23.
In all your time in football, have you ever come across anyone as prolific as Erling in terms of the goals he scores?
Messi, Cristiano, right?
Is he the guy you would compare him to in terms of the
In terms of goals, yeah. Well, at his age, maybe the numbers are better. But yeah, in terms of goals, him, Harry Kane, Lewandowski, maybe, these kind of guys. But these two monsters with early Messi and Cristiano have been doing 50-20 years every season. But Erling still is young, and yeah, is at that level. In terms of goals, is that level.
His instinct, his positioning, his sheer inevitability. It's like his brain is coded to the goal frame itself. After 1,000 matches as a coach, Guardiola has built perhaps his most sophisticated team yet.
66.7%. What on earth was going on?
Wow.
It's an extraordinary record,
Unreal.
Merce. When you look at the man as a whole, because it's not just the success, it's not just the trophies, it's also It's the influence he's had on so many others as well, isn't it, that makes him such a huge name.
They've turned the reigning champions, Liverpool, into bystanders. No team in England has more points, more wins, or more control in 2025. City can destroy you in any way imaginable. A 25-pass move finished by Haaland, a solo strike from Doku, a long-range thunderbolt from Foden, or a counterattack launched by a single precise kick from Donnarumma. This is Pep Guardiola's ultimate evolution, the merging of beauty and brutality, control and chaos. Manchester City aren't just playing football anymore. They're rewriting how it's supposed to be played. And in 2025, they're not just the best team in the Premier League. They might just be the most complete team in England. Manchester City have quietly climbed back into terrifying form. Guardiola's men are now second in the table, just 4 points behind Arsenal, a position that will sound uncomfortably familiar to the Gunners, who saw this same story play out in both 2023 and 2024.
A really sad day. A lot of difficult emotions. Obviously, we lost the game.
When City hunted them down with surgical precision. Arsenal's recent 2-2 draw with Sunderland gave City the opening they needed, and they didn't hesitate to take the advantage. It's been difficult to read where City were heading after an inconsistent start, but this week has erased any doubts. 3 games in 7 days. Bournemouth, Borussia Dortmund, and Liverpool. And City emerged flawless, dominant, and fightingly efficient. Their first half against Liverpool wasn't just their best football of the season. It might have been their best 45 minutes since their 2023-24 peak.
Yeah, him, everyone. I'm obviously very happy for him. We live for games like this, and I mean, there's no higher level than these kind of levels. So very happy for him, very happy for us, and very happy for everyone, because everyone did a great game.
Pep Guardiola, cautious as ever, has tried to downplay the hype after last year's struggles, but the numbers speak for themselves. City are chasing the Champions League leaders, sit second in the Premier League, being the highest scoring team in the Premier League with 23 goals, and have an EFL Cup quarterfinal coming. The machine is warming up, and when Guardiola's machine starts humming, it rarely stops. Individually, the team's spine has never looked stronger. Erling Haaland is operating at levels bordering on myth, with 19 goals in 15 matches. The Norwegian has already hit 99 Premier League goals in just 108 appearances, faster than anyone in history. Alan Shearer, the competition's all-time top scorer, needed 124 games to reach 100 goals. Haaland could break that record in weeks, not months. At just 25, he's not chasing history, he's rewriting it. On the wings, Jeremy Doku continues his metamorphosis under Pep Guardiola. 100 matches into his City career, he's evolved from an exciting dribbler into a tactical weapon.
Es wieder geschafft hat, den Ball drin zu halten. Zurückhalten, Ende, hallo. Du und Cities.
With all-time 17 goals and 23 assists, he's now combining his raw explosiveness with elite decision-making. Pep once said, Doku is the best player in the world inside the last 10 meters, and it's becoming hard to disagree. Together, Haaland and Doku form the cornerstone of this latest Guardiola evolution, a City side that feels complete in every line, built like a perfect organism. Every movement, every zone, every rotation is deliberate, and none of this is by chance. Because this isn't just another season for Pep Guardiola, it's a historic milestone. The Catalan mastermind recently joined the exclusive club of managers to have coached 1,000 official matches, a journey spanning Barcelona,
just hooking a leg at that, just bring it down.
It's 2-0.
Bayern Munich,
Ribery again. This spells danger.
and now Manchester City. Across those 1,000 games, his teams have delivered 40 major trophies, a win rate above 70%, and more importantly, a footballing identity that has reshaped how the sport is played across continents.
Yeah, for sure. Is when you just said that, 5th Premier League in 6 years is unreal, and yeah, he makes things look so easy, you know, on the training ground and in the games. it's crazy what he's doing. He makes us do, and how good we can play. You know, it's a big honor for me to work with him and have him as my coach. It's a pleasure.
Pep's influence goes beyond victories. It's about how his football makes people feel. Fans, players, even rivals. Beautiful, intelligent, attacking football that invites admiration, even from those who wish they could stop it. In nearly a decade at Manchester City, Guardiola has not only won almost 400 matches, but also reshaped English football in his image. And as he reaches this 1,000 match milestone, it's clear that Pep is doing it again, engineering perhaps the most tactically advanced version of City we've ever seen. He's not following trends, he's inventing the next era of modern football. And once again, the rest of the world is trying to catch up. Manchester City have crushed almost everyone in the first half of the season. Wolves, Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, Bournemouth, and Liverpool all fell victim to a team playing on a completely different level. Only Brighton,
Roma, and it's slotted through for Gruder, and Gruder's in. Can he win it for Brighton? Brilliant from Gruder, and he tucks it away.
Tottenham,
A week and a half ago. Oh, it's a crazy pass from Trafford, and Richarlison can't get it.
and Aston Villa have managed to beat them.
For Cash, didn't fancy it first time.
While Arsenal, the strongest rivals so far, barely escaped with a 1-1 draw. But to really understand the upgrade Pep Guardiola has made, we need to look closely at how his tactical tweaks have transformed his key players, especially Jeremy Doku, who's gone from raw promise to pure nightmare fuel for defenders. Guardiola has helped Doku mature in ways few imagined. With the support of Nico O'Reilly, now used as a creative fullback, Pep has built a system that completely unleashes the Belgian winger. The proof? His electrifying performance against Liverpool, arguably his best in a City shirt. Doku, once criticized for lacking end product, delivered a complete display that tore apart Arne Slot's defense. Connor Bradley, who had handled Vinicius Jr. days earlier, was humiliated. Doku won the penalty Haaland missed, and then destroyed Bradley to create more danger for City. An explosion of pace, power, and precision that confirmed what Pep once said. Inside the last 10 meters, Doku is the best player in the world. Every time he touched the ball, the entire stadium held its breath, waiting for something to happen. At one point, Doku's dominance was so total that Slot doubled up on him, adding Ryan Gravenberch to help. It didn't matter. In the 54th minute, Doku sliced between both with a slick elastico, breaking into the box and firing at goal. Pure chaos, pure control. But here's the real genius of Guardiola's system. It's not just about Doku, it's about how he surrounded him. By using O'Reilly, a natural midfielder, as a left back, Pep created the perfect mechanism. When O'Reilly pushes forward, his pace forces defenders back, freeing Doku to cut inside into better shooting angles. That's exactly how his goal against Liverpool came. O'Reilly advanced, dragged defenders wide, Doku drifted in unmarked, danced past Konate, and fired home. A stunning strike. Every time Doku moves inside, it spells danger. That same pattern produced both his assists against Manchester United. First, he shredded Luke Shaw and Dorgu to set up Foden. Then, thanks to O'Reilly's overlapping run, Doku found space again, turned away from Lenny Yoro, and slipped a perfect ball through for Haaland. That decision-making, that maturity, is the direct result of Pep's one-on-one work with him. We've seen this same move against Napoli, Doku cutting through 3 players to score. And again versus Borussia Dortmund, where he delivered a ridiculous outside foot assist for Haaland from that exact pocket of space. Doku no longer dribbles just to show off. He dribbles with intent. He's evolved from unpredictable to unstoppable, and that evolution has Guardiola's fingerprints all over it. The decision to transform midfielders like Nunes and O'Reilly into offensive fullbacks with creative freedom isn't just tactical experimentation. It's one of Pep's boldest innovations yet. It's tactical poetry, a system so fluid it feels alive. And once again, Guardiola has shown why he's years ahead of everyone else in world football. Now we have to talk about the most important tactical adjustment in this Manchester City, the one that's made Erling Haaland more dangerous than ever. Out of City's 33 goals across the Premier League and Champions League, 19 have come from Haaland. That's not just elite, that's absurd. It's no coincidence. It's the result of Guardiola's master planning, building a team designed to unleash the Norwegian's most lethal qualities through a tactical evolution that plays directly into his strengths. Before the season started, Pep Guardiola had one clear demand for his squad: make Haaland compete against the last line. The main strategy for 2025-26 would be to stretch the pitch vertically, to exploit Haaland's raw power, physical dominance, and top speed running in open space. And one match in particular showed how devastating that plan could be: the game against Bournemouth. Andoni Iraola's Bournemouth are specialists in chaos. They press relentlessly, suffocating teams, breaking their structure, forcing big sides into uncomfortable, frantic football. Guardiola himself said that this style has made modern football more like basketball, full of transitions and end-to-end play. But instead of resisting that chaos, Pep used it against them. City didn't try to slow the game down or neutralize it with long passing sequences. They embraced the transition. Every recovery became a potential weapon, and Haaland was the spear. In a flurry of counterattacks, City tore Bournemouth apart. The Norwegian thrived, scoring twice and assisting Nico O'Reilly for a chance that was cleared off the line.
Oh, can he make it 2-1? He's gone round Petrovic. He scores again!
For 20 minutes, it felt like City would score every single time they regained possession. That's the clearest proof of Guardiola's tweak. City now attack the chaos. They've scored more counter-attacking goals this season than in the whole of last season, second only to Bournemouth themselves. And Haaland's one-on-one duels against the last line have become a reoccurring nightmare for defenders. He's punished United, Napoli,
Rebound. On towards Haaland. Oh.
Arsenal, Monaco, and Brentford, each time using his pace, strength, and timing to perfection. What's made this possible is the supporting cast Guardiola has built around him. Players like Tijani Reinders, Ryan Cherki, Phil Foden, Nico O'Reilly, Jeremy Doku, Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, and even Josko Vardiol all have the passing quality and precision to play Haaland into open space. Every one of them understands when to feed the giant. Another crucial element is City's deep run structure. They attack the byline more than ever. Their ability to reach the final third and deliver cutbacks and diagonal passes has become a key feature, producing goals against Dortmund, Everton, and Wolves.
Continues the run and back towards Haaland. 3-0.
It's no wonder players like Nunes, O'Reilly, Tijani, and Doku, all with great vertical bursts, have become essential. And then there's Haaland's other weapon, his aerial game. It doesn't matter how the cross comes in, Haaland adjusts, rebalances, and scores. His headers against Monaco, Napoli,
Rodri, Foden. Oh, that's clever. Haaland!
Everton, and Liverpool were pure brutality in motion. It's not just strength, it's instinct, positioning, timing. Guardiola understands that his striker needed variety, not just through balls, but also aerial duels and diagonal crosses, and built a team that can provide every kind of service. This city doesn't just go box to box like the rest of the Premier League. They can play fast transitions and structured positional football, often in the same match. Pep has turned them into the ultimate hybrid. And nothing captures that better than Haaland's opening goal against Liverpool. It was tactical art in motion. All 10 outfield players touched the ball in a pitch-length move of 20 passes before Matheus Nunes crossed from the right. Konate rose to meet it and still lost to Haaland, who climbed higher, stronger, and knotted it past Alisson into the far corner. A subtle deflection made the finish even harder, but Haaland didn't care. That goal, his 14th in just 11 Premier League games, matching his own record from 2022-23, was a symbol of something bigger, that this man's brain seems hardwired to the goal frame itself. Pep Guardiola hasn't just found ways to make Haaland score. He's built a tactical ecosystem that keeps him endlessly supplied. Chaos, control, and creation all at once. And that's what makes this Manchester City utterly terrifying. But for this Manchester City to function at such a frightening level, Guardiola knew he couldn't just rely on Haaland and Doku. His planning was masterful from the goalkeeper to the striker. Every piece fits perfectly in the machine. Having Gianluigi Donnarumma between the posts has made life so much easier for City's defense. Since his arrival, Pep's side have won 8 of 9 games, conceding just 7 goals and keeping 5 clean sheets. His reflex saves like the one against Mbemo have already proved his value, but it's not just about shot stopping. Donnarumma's calm distribution and confidence in tight spaces have restored City's defensive control. In front of him, Josko Vardiol and Ruben Dias form the perfect center-back pairing for Pep's evolving system. Physically dominant, unbeatable in the air, yet elegant on the ball. They embody Guardiola's idea of defenders who can build and destroy in equal measure. On the flanks, Matheus Nunes and Nico O'Reilly have become Guardiola's newest tactical weapons. Natural midfielders reimagined as fullbacks. They offer brutal intensity up and down the pitch, combining elite technique with surprising defensive awareness. In midfield, Nico Gonzalez has stepped up in Rodri's absence and proved Guardiola right to trust him. Dubbed Mini Rodri, the Spaniard has anchored City with intelligence and composure. Yes, he's been caught in possession at times, something Rodri rarely allowed, but Pep learned from last season's mistakes. He refused to let the team collapse under the old Rodri dependence. The results speak for themselves. City are averaging 57.6% possession and 541 passes per match, their lowest numbers since Guardiola became a top-flight coach. They're more lethal than ever. The shift marks a radical break from the Rodri-centric game of control. Now, City attack through rapid transitions, turning defense into attack in seconds, with Doku and Cherki leading the charge. Pep's recruitment reflects this evolution. Players like Doku, Savinho, Marmoush, Reinders, and Cherki were all chosen for their 1v1 brilliance. In just 3 transfer windows, Guardiola has built what he calls a modern football team. Direct, vertical, and deadly. Doku's explosive rise is proof that the idea works. The team's new shape also compresses the midfield when defending, inviting pressure and then striking with speed. This compactness gives Haaland the space he craves, those gaps behind defenses where he turns half chances into goals. And within that system, Tijani Reinders and Ryan Cherki have become priceless. Reinders' long-range strikes and world-class assists have given City a new rhythm, his profile reminiscent of Kevin De Bruyne. Cherki, meanwhile, has emerged as City's most efficient playmaker. 83.3% of his passes to Haaland have led to chances, the same rate as Doku's link with the Norwegian. That's absurd productivity. Then there's Phil Foden's, Pep's great rediscovery. Back in his natural role as an interior, Foden is once again a constant threat. His long-range goals, like the one against Dortmund, and his going chemistry with Haaland have reignited the creative spark City missed last season. Bernardo Silva remains Pep Guardiola's creative heartbeat, the player who brings control, rhythm, and imagination when City need it most. His intelligence between the lines and flawless decision-making make him vital in connecting defense and attack. Whether feeding Haaland, combining with Foden, or unlocking defenses, his impact is constant. Subtle yet decisive, Bernardo continues to be the quiet genius who keeps Manchester City's game flowing. Beyond the starters, Pep's bench is loaded with firepower. Oscar Bob, The Norwegian prodigy is pushing for minutes. Ryan Aït-Nouri wants his place back. Rico Lewis brings raw electricity every time he plays, and Omar Marmoush is proving to be a pure finisher. All of this, orchestrated by Pep Guardiola, is pure dynamite. 1,000 matches, 716 wins, 156 draws, 128 losses, and 40 trophies. One title every 25 games. Those aren't just numbers, they're the legacy of football's last true genius. And under him, this Manchester City looks ready to dominate England and Europe once again.